Take me into your inbox. A brand, they message you to review the product. What is getting a yes from Marques Brownlee?
Most products are kind of mid, but if something is really, really good, oh, that's interesting. If something's really, really bad, sometimes that's interesting too.
Mr. Beast said,
"You're the video producer that decides what tech everyone in America buys." Half the time I watch his videos and I just leave and go buy stuff.
The responsibility that comes with being a tech YouTuber.
For the last 15 years, it's me going, so what's the product? Now it's me going, well, I guess I'm telling you about the product.
So, one of the most unproblematic men on YouTube is getting canceled. Marques, he has a huge tech review channel. Like, he's one of the biggest ones on YouTube, and he recently, I think, reviewed a piece of tech that he didn't have a lot of great things to say. It's all fun and games when you're getting rave reviews and they're helping boost your sales, but then when you get negative reviews, all of a sudden you're destroying someone's business and their blood is on your hands and their death is on your conscience. You know what I mean? You can't really win. And there's multiple reviewers right now that have been getting this type of backlash. Like, Marques is the most recent. Critical Drinker is another one. And there is another food reviewer, a black food reviewer. His name escapes me right now, that was also getting a lot of hate a few months ago. And so you can't really win, and that's why if you are a reviewer, you shouldn't really just ignore the static and the noise, because if you only give good reviews, no one's gonna trust your review. They're just gonna say like this, bro, that's what you always say. I don't really trust your opinion, because how can everything be tight?
Secret monster holes are tight. Cats with haunting faces are tight. Turds in the wind are tight.
How could everything be this amazing? You know what I mean? So you have to be honest with your review, because you have to be honest with your audience, because at the end of the day, that should be your main focus. Besides your own self as an individual, you should be aware that your audience really relies on you for a review. There's been times where I've seen YouTubers sponsor apps and they swear up and down this app or this product, they use it all the time, which is usually bullshit. This is just a way to get you to buy it. And then I go to the app or the product and I read the reviews, and there are reviewers who will be saying, I came here specifically because my favorite YouTuber or my favorite blogger, vlogger told me this was a great product, and I'm extremely disappointed because it's just shit. So if you do that, you're gonna lose the trust and the faith of your audience, and that's the thing that's making you so big to be able to be this big reviewer in the first place. So you have to have an honesty and a trust and a relationship with the audience that's depending on you for an honest review. And then you have the companies or the people who made the product or the service or the app reaching out to these huge reviewers to review their product, and so they're benefiting from good reviews or just even reviews. If someone to say like, this is fine, it's not the best, but it's fine, and if it's priced right, people will still go buy it. So they're benefiting heavily from these reviewers who gets hundreds and thousands of millions of views, right? So again, it's all fun and games when they're going cha-ching, because they're depending on the reviewers to give them a good review. But if the reviewer, to me, when they have the conversation and make this deal with the company, because a lot of these reviewers do get reached out. Now, it might not be a direct sponsor, but it might be a company just reaching out saying, hey, you know, we'll give you this free thing. And if the reviewer is telling them, I'm going to give you an honest review, because trust me, there are definitely deals you can do where the person says they want a good review and they don't want a bad review, and that's actually the deal. Like, you don't get paid unless we get this good review. So that's why people tend not to trust reviewers who only do good reviews. But if the person is doing a review, making the deal, saying, I'm going to give you an honest review, and you still go forth, you can't bitch and complain about it if the product is bad. If the product is bad, then the product is bad. Make a better product. Also, there's many reviewers. Like, again, there's some top reviewers, but there's many reviewers online, not just on YouTube, but on Yelp and all these review channels and on the website and stuff like that, even though people can get paid to do those reviews, so be careful with that. But there's a plethora of choices to pick from reviews. And so one reviewer might say, you know, if 30% of the reviewers might say this is shit and 70% says bad, that is great, then still it's a product that still people will still buy. Now, if 70-80% of the people are saying it's bad and then only 20% is saying it's good, then it's your product and you just have to do better. It's the same thing with critical reviewer. People are saying that critical reviewer are like hurting Hollywood and hurting studios and hurting movies and making them plummet because he gives them poor reviews. Now, Critical Thinker is a niche reviewer in some ways. He is very anti-woke, anti-pandering, and anti, you know, anything that's like independent woman or diversity or anything like that, he's kind of anti those type of films. He's anti films who push that. He's anti films that market it off of that. He's anti woke, right? And so any film that's kind of like that, he's gonna have a bad review on it. However, there's plenty of commercial reviewers who will watch the same movie and say they love the movie. You can't just blame the reviewers, because there's also an audience to look at multiple sources. I liked Civil War, and multiple movie reviewers loved Civil War. Critical thinker or drinker did not like Civil War. If I only looked at him and only got his perspective because I am terrified of seeing anything woke or whatever, then that's what I go on. But if I'm someone like me who goes to multiple sources and I watch it myself, then I get multiple reviews. So you can't sit there and say one reviewer is the cause of the death of a company or a movie, because there's multiple reviewers and the audience have a choice to go look at multiple sources. The same thing with the food reviewer that I mentioned a little bit earlier. The black guy, again, escapes my name. He very much focused on black businesses, black restaurants, black owned businesses, and he would go and he made like YouTube shorts and TikToks, and they would get hundreds and thousands and millions of views. And if you know, it's very like popular. You sit in your car and you eat something and then you review it and it like blows up. And so he was helping a lot of small businesses, you know, make money and help their business grow. And then as he grew popularity, people started inviting him to their city, inviting him to their restaurants, inviting him to do reviews. And at first, when he was doing these good reviews, it's like, oh my god, you're helping the black community, you're helping black businesses, oh my god, you're so wonderful. But as soon as you get a subpar review, all of a sudden he hates black people, he's destroying the black business, how dare you. It's like, if he gives only good reviews, then what's the point? Don't invite him to your restaurant or your city. If you don't want a review, if your shit's not going to be good, just make sure it's good. Like, put your best foot forward, or take the bad review and spin it. Say, okay, we will do better. We're going to re-invite you to have the same dish so you can reevaluate. Do better. You don't have to bitch and complain and throw a tantrum about it. Stop making woke films. If people are giving your movies bad reviews, don't make bad tech. Or just rely on the fact that there's multitude of reviewers and there's multitude of opinions that the audience can go and get and maintain themselves. Now, it's different if people were maliciously going out and trying to destroy businesses that they weren't invited to, and all of the reviews are negative. Then the audience would eventually see through that as well if every review is negative. But I just think it's ridiculous that people are trying to cancel him and complain about reviewers destroying their business. This is the point of the review system. So customers that have not seen the movie, ate the food, or used the product can get a sense of what it's like before they spend their money on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with any of these reviewers doing what they do, right? So that's all I have to say about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think these reviewers, whether it's Critical Drinker, whether it's Marques, whether it's the other guy that I mentioned, is destroying businesses, and they need to be really careful because they have a lot of power. Their words have a lot of power. Their review has a lot of power, and they have to be careful and think about the business, think about the employees, think about people's livelihoods. Or no, just give us an honest review, because that's what the audience wants. Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get some notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. If you like to support the channel, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the comment section below. You can super thanks, and you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye.